내가
Your wrist. One time told her pull up a.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Seattle. They've got Johnson, and it's Shrimp in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, we've got Trae Young, and it's Olajuwon in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Seattle with the ball. Here's Hawkins. Pass to Shrimp. Now Payton. Picked it out of midair. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's slammed in by Carter.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Payton. Chicago making their last shot. Over Young. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
I really like that from Young. Hitting that tweener shot, making them guard you all around the floor.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Shot clock at 3. Pulls it from the top of the key. The shot no good. Here's Mashburn. Pass to Olajuwon. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Payton against Young. The floater. Payton, no good. Here's Olajuwon. Got a hand on it. Here's Johnson. And that one's good.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
That shot is off. Johnson with the defensive effort. Kemp, the pass to Hawkins. Pass to Payton. Here's Shrimp. Here's Kemp. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And that ties it up.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Outside Carter. Wide open look. Good on the jump shot.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Seattle calls time here. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Shrimp. to the inside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Seattle shooting their first free throws of the game now. And he knocks down the first one.
The Sarah Science, Sean Kelly, taking 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And so here is Chicago. Pass to Young. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Payton. 5 to shoot. Here's Shrimp. Here's Kemp. Mashburn grabs the miss. There's Young with the 3. And they get it back. Tipped. Here's Shrimp. He's checked by Carter. Shrimp passes to Payton. With the drive, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Now here's Young. From deep. They get the rebound. Brand. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Pass to Kemp. Fades away. The bank shot, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Mashburn's shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Payton against Carter. Right side, Payton. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Substitution on the court.
Knocks it loose. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Chicago ahead, up by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Ready for the Phantom half-court shot.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And Seattle looking at who they've got. And it's Brakowski in at the 4. Takes one from 10 feet. It's hauled in by Brand. Brand's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. And McMillan pulls it down. Seattle trails by 3. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly, and he's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Askew, no good.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's McMillan. No points so far. Perkins, the pass to McMillan. Outside Payton. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's good. 2 points. Peyton's got 6 points.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Here's Wembanyama. Rakowski pulls it in. Seattle trails by 3. Here's McMillan. Oh, deflected. Jones feels it out. Nails it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
And Seattle calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Seattle trails by 6. Outside Peyton. Pass to Askew. Clock at 6. Here's Kemp. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Edwards against Peyton. Lillard outside. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And Chicago leads by 8.
And if you're guarding Dame in the pick and roll, you need to stop the ball. Lillard can just eat you alive.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Trim passes to Peyton, and he lobs it up.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Shot's good by Olajuwon.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here's Hawkins. No made baskets yet. Back to Peyton. Pass to Kemp. Here's Hawkins. Peyton up top. He's got 6. Chicago leading by 8. We've got 1:08 left to play in the half. Edwards can't hit. Here's Shrimp, defended by Lillard. Chicago with a rebound. Edwards with a step. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
Supersonic substitution. Sam Perkins. Eric Snow.
.51 seconds left in the half. Edwards, the pass to Olajuwon. Here's Mutombo. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he drops the first. It's both from the stripe. 44 seconds left in the first half of this game. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Peyton attacking. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by James. Up top, Carter. Kemp with a rebound. Kemp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Peyton. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lillard passes to Mashburn. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Mashburn's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Kemp. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so we wrap up the first half. Chicago ahead. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Chicago leading by 13. They've got James, and it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. Now, here is James. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
What shall we call LeBron James? In this instance, I think point forward will do. Someone that you can trust to run the offense.
Here's Payton. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Kemp's gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go. Lillard outside. Over Payton. Lillard can't get it to go. Seattle trails by 13. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade. And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. And Seattle calls time here. For Chicago, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Trae Young in for Damian Lillard. And here's Payton. Give him 8. Here's Hawkins. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. They get it back. Here's Kemp. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Pass to Carter. 3-pointer. Here's Olajuwon. And it's rejected. Here's the break. Here's Kemp. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Olajuwon can't get it to go. In transition. Here's Payton. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Carter. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Hawkins, the pass to Payton. Right wing. Johnson finds Payton. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Now here's Durant. Yet to see a basket. That one's good for 2.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Here's Payton. Money on the 19-footer. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Wing shot on the way. Durant's shot is off. Seattle on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Schrempf. Pass to Johnson. There's the double team with Carter. Payton passes to Kemp. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Kemp. 16 points for him. The jumper from the wing off target.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Young from long range. Kemp with a rebound. Kemp's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Payton. They set a pick. Here's Schrempf. Puts it up from 17, and that's good. Off the glass that time. Schrempf's got his first basket.
And he can get that shot anytime. He really can shoot over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Young looking for an opening. They grab their own miss.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Chicago ahead, up by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Seattle looking at who they've got. And it's Hawkins in at the 2-guard. Here's Kemp. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Jones from outside. Here's Brand. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama. Seattle trails by 4. Here's Hawkins. Pass to McMillan. Here's Askew. Just 5 to shoot. Chicago with a rebound. Mutombo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Brand. And he banks in the layup. And now a 6-point Chicago lead.
They see the attention Luka draws. That's why his teammates get so many wide open looks.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Seattle calls time here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what the Supersonics coach was going over with his guys. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Releases from 15. And the shot is good off the backboard.
Just a bad time for a defensive breakdown, and he really took advantage.
We call that execution, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Seattle trails by 6. Here's Snow. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Ooh, rejected by Doncic. Here's Mutombo. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Chicago.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. Kim. Doesn't go for him. Chicago leading by 8. Brand passes to Wembanyama.
Supersonics foul.
Seattle making a switch here.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for Seattle. Detlef Schrempf. Gary Payton.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Doncic with it. Wembanyama screen. 5 on the clock. The basket falls, and that's going to be a blocking call.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Defensive foul. Irvin Johnson. Third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Luka Doncic. One shot.
That's good from Doncic.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
Seattle trails by 11. Here's Hawkins. Pass to Payton. Can they get it? And he takes it up and lays it in.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Chicago. They get it again. Olajuwon. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Young, the pass to Jones. Up top, Young, guarded by Payton. Here's Olajuwon. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Looking to close things out, that might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And Seattle calls time here. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hawkins, defended by Jones. Payton against Young. Payton, no good. Chicago with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And he comes up with a bucket. And Chicago leads by 15.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
2 points. That one goes. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled. The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
Here's Peyton. Chicago making their last shot. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Shrimp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deflected, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Just 2 to shoot. Snow. And a deep 3 from Young. Can't get it to fall. And so Chicago takes the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everybody.